Hey guys, and welcome to the next episode of Upkeep. This week, pretty interesting game. All four of us are playing 5 colors, and it's really interesting to see all the different ways you can take and what are you taking from what colors. This week, I will be playing Kenrith the Returned King. The point of this deck is to secure second place. It is a group hug deck. I am playing a lot of cards to make deals with my opponents, situational removal, it's not as big of a feel bad, drawing my opponents extra cards, letting them ramp, fix their mana, stuff like that. If I win, that's a big oopsie, that wasn't supposed to happen. If I get second place though, I'm gonna feel like a winner.
Hey guys, Preston here. This week for 5 color decks, I'm gonna be playing a General Tazri. She wants me to get out a bunch of allies early on so that I can use their sort of universal effects that get bigger with the more allies I have. Hope I can flood the board pretty quickly for 5 color. That's a little hard sometimes, but hopefully we get there.
Hey guys, it's Jason back for another episode of Upkeep. Today I'm going to be playing the Dragon. Basically put out as many big dragons as I can. This makes them cheaper. When I swing with dragons, I draw cards and I put stuff onto the battlefield. Should be looking to put out a lot of big nasty threats.
What up, it's Steven, and I'm playing Jodah Archmage Eternal once again. This is my second time playing it this season. I basically just made a lot of additions, helping fixing the mana base a little bit. Hopefully we can draw some more creatures and actually wreak more havoc like we did last game, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Jason, when you're ready to roll.
Alrighty! So I will draw. I will play this Spire Garden. It will enter untapped because I have 2 or more opponents. And I will tap for 1. I will play Soul Ring.
Oh my gosh, he did it!
I did. Pass the turn.
I will play Sandstorm Citadel. It enters the battlefield tapped. I pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw. I'm gonna play a Zagoth Triome. It enters tapped, and I'll pass the turn.
I will draw. I will play a Seaside Citadel. Passed and tap the turn.
Nice.
Did you just say passed and tapped the turn?
Something like that.
And I'll draw. I will play this Island. It's the first card I drew this game, which I'm so happy about because now I can tap for 1 and 2, and I can play Ristic Study.
Oh no.
Then I will pass.
I'll draw for turn. I will play a Plains. I will pay 2. White and a green to play Druid of the Anima. 1/1.
And assuming I can draw a card because you don't have enough mana to pay for Ristic
go ahead.
Study?
Yep.
Anything else?
Pass.
It's a very
All right.
long way of saying, will you pay the 1?
Yeah. All right, we're gonna play a Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Each land is a forest in addition to its other types, so you're welcome.
Thanks.
Mana fixing.
Got
Yeah.
forests.
All right, and then for 2,
Pull up your hand.
what? For 2, we'll play a Felwar Stone, and we'll pass the
Assume
turn.
you're not going to pay for Ristic Study when you cast that.
Nope.
Well, my land for turn will be a Vivid Grove with 2 charge counters, and I will pass the turn.
I'm not playing any spells, smart man. Untap, upkeep, and draw.
Yeah, that was a conscious choice I made.
I'm going to play this Graven Cairns? Carns? I don't know.
Karen? Words are hard.
As my land for turn. So I'll tap the Spire Garden for red. Just tap the Graven Cairns. Calling it Cairns now.
All right.
For 2 red. And then I will tap the Soul Ring for a colorless. And I will leave 1 colorless floating and cast Sarkon Fireblood.
Oh boy.
I'm going to +1 Sarkon, and I'm going to discard a card, and if I do, I draw a card, so I'll plus him to 4. And I will discard Anger.
So now your creatures have haste?
Well, I don't have a mountain yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then I will draw a card.
So don't play Blood Moon, guys.
This would be the most interesting week to play Blood Moon.
That would suck, and then I'll pass.
Dimir Guildgate as my land for turn. I will pay 3 to play District Guide. When you enter the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card or gate card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library. I did not pay that 1 for Ristic Study.
What land are
Oh, well, how about that?
what land are you grabbing?
I'm gonna get the Izzet Guildgate.
Okay, draw for turn.
Alright, someone wanna shuffle?
You
I
already
mean cut. Just you know what I mean.
Okay,
I mean, I will shuffle, but
so for
You wanna
3,
shuffle my deck for me?
Is throwing it at the wall considered shuffling?
check out this video to find the answer. So for 3, I'm going to play Horn of Greed. Whenever a player plays a land, that player draws a card.
Ristic Study?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
You know what? If we're like friendly, I'll just never pay the 1, even if I have the mana for it.
I can't guarantee we'll always be friendly, but I will.
I just want second place, bro. That's the point of this.
I'll do my best to get you second place. How about
All right.
that?
So I'll play a Plains, a Bob Ross Plains, and I'll draw a card off of the Horn of Greed, and I'll go ahead and pass the turn.
My land for turn will be a mountain.
And you get to draw a card off the Horn of Greed.
Okay. I will do the Table of Solid, I think. Beast within the Ristic Study.
That's probably a good idea.
Are you gonna pay the 1?
I can't. So you've gotten 1 from all of us.
All right, Ristic Study is gone. Did its work.
You get a 3/3 beast though.
Yeah.
Oh, I do get a 3/3
And I will
beast.
pass the turn after that.
I will untap. And I will draw. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play this Misty Rainforest as my land. I'm going to crack it. I'll lose a life. And I will go search for a island or a forest. Put it onto the battlefield. Oh, I guess I was supposed to draw a card.
When you played the land, yes.
Yeah. I haven't shuffled them yet. Do I just take
the one off the top?
top card? Yeah, into my hand. I'm gonna grab the Zagath Triumph. It is
Which
nice.
spell?
I will plus 1 Sarkon, and I will add 2 mana in a combination of colors. I'll just make it 2 red. So for 5, I'm going to play the Hellkite Tyrant.
Oh no.
It's 6/5 flying trample. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls, and then at the beginning of my upkeep, if I control 20 or more artifacts, I win the game. And see, that's why I would have really liked to get a mountain, because I would have loved
You
to
would
take your
loved to.
artifacts. So I'm gonna pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have to discard 2 cards. I'll discard these 2 planes.
I'm going to play an island as my land for turn. So then I'll draw a card, correct?
Correct.
I don't like that. So then I'll go ahead and pay 2 to play Chandler Initiate. When it's a battlefield, put 3 -1 counters on target creature you control. So I'll put 3 on itself. These are -1 counters. I can tap him, remove a -1 counter, and add 1 mana of any color to my mana pool. I will pay 2. I'm going to Broken Bond, destroy target artifact. I'm going to destroy your Soul Ring. And I may put a land from my hand onto the battlefield.
That's fair. Soul Ring is gone.
Command Tower is my land. And then I will pay 2 to play Swiftfoot Boots.
Nice.
And then I will pass the turn.
So for 1, I felt left out, so I'm also gonna play a Soul Ring.
Nice.
I'll play a Temple Garden as my land. I will not pay the 2 life, so it'll enter tapped. I'll get to draw a card off of the Horn of Greed. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll just go ahead and cast my Commander, Kenrith, the Returned King. Basically, he's going to let me make a bunch of deals with you guys. I can give your creatures haste and trample. I can put 1/1 counters on your cards. I can gain you life. I can draw you cards, and I can return creatures from your graveyard to your battlefield.
How about returning some dragons to the battlefield, man?
Cross that bridge when we get there, sure. Just don't swing at me with them.
Force will be my land for turn. I will draw. White, black, red, green, unified front. I put a 1/1 white core ally creature token onto the battlefield for each color of mana spent to cast this card. That was 4, so I'll make 4 1/1s. And then after I do that, I'll be passing.
Okay, I will play this Plains as my wonderful land for the turn. I really wish I would have my Soul Ring, but it's fine.
Yes, Steven, what the heck?
Yeah, well, you can take Morgan, so.
Oh yeah, I draw.
Did you draw off of the Horn?
No, I didn't. Tap these 2, and I'm going to play Lightning Greaves.
Nice.
Then I'm going to +1 Sarkon and add 2 red to my mana pool. It will go to 6. And then I will use that 2 red and I will add 1, 2, 3 for a total of 5. And it costs 1 less to cast. Because of the Air Dragon, I'm going to cast the Hellkite Courser.
Oh no.
When Hellkite Courser enters the battlefield, I may put a commander I own from the command zone onto the battlefield. It gains haste and return it to the command zone at the beginning of the next end step. So I'm going to put the Air Dragon onto the battlefield. Then I'm going to equip the Hellkite Courser with Lightning Greaves.
I think we lose.
So, Steven, Preston, you guys blew up very important pieces. So,
You're ahead.
no, that's fair.
You've already drawn 20 cards. I think you've been fine.
How about this? Preston, I'll swing at you with the Hellkite Courser. Hellkite Tyrant at Morgan.
Oh no.
Because I want a Soul Ring back. And then the Air Dragon is going to Steven. He won't swing at you again until I hit them with him.
Is it 6 damage?
Yeah, before before
Oh.
damage, our dragon triggers. Whenever 1 or more dragons I control attack, I draw them many cards, and then I get to put a permanent from my hand onto the battlefield. So I will draw 1, 2, 3 to Neb the Harvester onto the battlefield.
Well, and here are my artifacts.
Thanks, bud.
Well, that sets me back a lot.
And then I'm going to pass the turn to Steven.
I thought he went back to the command zone.
Oh, he does go back to the command zone.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove a -1 counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Jodah.
That's not a board wipe.
It is not a board wipe, you are correct. I'll play Prairie Stream for my land for turn. It does not enter tap because I control 2 more basic land. And so then I'll draw a card, right?
Yep. Off my Horn of Greed.
1, 2, 3. Notice I have the City's Blessing when I play this. I have played Vonus Hunger, so it's because I have the City's Blessing, each opponent sacrifices half the creatures they control rounded up.
So I sacrifice 2 creatures?
You have to sacrifice 2 creatures. If you have 4, then yeah.
I sacrificed the only creature I have.
I'm gonna sacrifice this beast token and the Hellkite Courser.
Do you have a card that says return all artifacts Morgan controls to his battlefield?
I'm sorry, but I do not.
Anything else?
I'll go ahead and pay 1 and equip Swift the Boots to Jodah. Alright, whatever. I guess I pass.
Alright, so we're going to play a Field of Ruin. I'll get to draw a card off of the Horn of Greed.
Off of my Horn of Greed.
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
1, 2, 3. And we'll play Dryad of the Elysian Grove. 2/4, I can play an additional land on my turns, and lands I control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. I'll go ahead and for that extra land, I'll play a Mana Confluence. I'll get to draw a card off of the Horn of Greed. I'm just gonna go ahead and go 1, 2, and I'm gonna cast 3 Visits, search my library for a forest card to put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. I was gonna grab a Triome, but I think I'm actually gonna grab
A land that comes in untapped?
a land that comes in untapped. I guess let's grab Stomping Ground. I'll go ahead and pay the 2 life so it comes in untapped. And then for red and a black, I'll play the Stormfist Crusader. It's a 2/2 with Menace. At the beginning of my upkeep, each player draws a card and loses a life. And I will pass.
My land for turn will be a Prairie Stream. I'll draw a card off of the Horn of Greed. Don't say
You're
it.
welcome.
Don't say it.
I'm just gonna pay
But you wouldn't have it
5
cheated.
to bring out my commander.
That's a great point.
General Tazri. When she enters the battlefield, I get to search my library for an ally card, reveal it, put it in my hand, then shuffle. I think I'm just gonna get Mina and Den Wildborn.
Well, you got 2 on ones. You want to swing them in at the... He can only block 1. You want to swing them in at the Planeswalker?
I might as well.
I'll block with Teneb.
Okay, so he takes 1 from the other one.
That's fine.
Then I pass. I need to discard 2 cards.
I'm gonna do what I wanted to do for the past couple turns and play a mountain.
Problematic for sure.
So now Anger is online and all my creatures have haste. So I will tap the mountain to tap the Grave Karens for 2 red. Then I'll tap the Soul Ring. I'll float 1. I will cast Dragon Speaker Shaman. Dragon spells I play cost 2 less to play. So I have 1 floating colorless. Add 2 to that. And I will cast Spirit of Resistance. If you control a permanent of each color, prevent all damage that will be dealt to you.
What are you missing? Just blue?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to tap for the 2 with 1 blue, and I'm going to enchant Hellkite Tyrant with Diplomatic Immunity.
What does that do?
Enchanted creature can't be the target of spells or abilities. Diplomatic Immunity can't be the target of spells or abilities. I only have 1 mana left, and I can't do anything with it, unfortunately, so I'm just going to go to combat. Steven, I'm going to swing at you with the Hellkite Tyrant, so I can take that handy-dandy little Swiftfoot boots. Morgan, I'm going to swing at you with Teneb the Harvester.
It's still equipped right now, but you do control it. So until you move it onto something, it's still on Jodah.
Oh, so he has to pay the 1 for it to equip it?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll have to pay the 1. Gonna take that and I'm gonna put it on Teneb. I'm not gonna do his thing because I don't have the mana. I'm going to move the Lightning Greaves onto the Dragon Speaker Shaman. I will +1 Sarkhan back to 6, and I will discard a card and draw a card. I will discard this Swamp and draw a card.
If we can Bajuka Bog, that would also be nice.
Yeah, getting
Then
it
I
out of
will
his graveyard.
pass the turn.
Board wipe, board wipe.
It's a land.
No!
Board
Alright,
wipe.
is it Guildgate for my land for turn? Enters
Board
tap.
wipe, board wipe.
It's not. Move, -1 counter. For 1 mana of each color, I will play Desolation Twin.
Oh, gross.
When you cast Desolation Twin, put a 10/10 Eldrazi creature token.
Do you
Yeah,
have a token?
I'd love to draw one. It would be cool. You know, I hate to say it, but I probably can't do anything else.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a flyer. Do you want to?
You should hit his
planeswalker with. Jodah?
Oh, wait, he doesn't have it. Oh,
He doesn't have a
that's
flyer.
not a fun
That
creature.
makes dragons cheap.
Yeah,
but it's
okay.
just
I'll
a-
go ahead and hit, what's his name?
Sarkhan.
Sarkhan.
For 4.
For 4.
And I will. He will take 4. He will go to 2.
Alrighty, then I pass the
All right. At the beginning of my upkeep, the Stormfist Crusader will deal 1 damage to each player, and we all get to draw a card. You got a board wipe? Let's go.
Oh no!
For my land for turn, I'm going to play a Gaia Reach.
So is there a point in even drawing my
Sanitarium.
thing?
I love that card.
No, you probably don't need to actually draw it if it's just going to die.
I'll just...
So I'll get to draw a card off of the Horn of Greed, and I get to play an extra land because of my Dryad. It's going to be Nikorkoro, Center of the Sea, which is a very similar card. I'll draw another card off of the Horn of Greed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play Druid of Purification. Enters the battlefield starting with me. Each player may choose an artifact or enchantment I don't control, destroy each permanent chosen this way. So we all obviously know we need to...
Starting with you.
No!
Yeah, starting
Artifact
with
or
me.
enchantment?
So I'm gonna hit the Soul Ring. Let's get rid of that.
Here's your Soul Ring back.
We should probably blow this up.
I'll hit this one.
No one.
Oh,
And then
blow
Jason
up.
gets to choose next.
Oh.
It's a May. He doesn't have to. He can just choose to not.
So, and it's only artifacts or enchantments?
Only artifacts or enchantments.
Alright, well,
Cool.
I'm not gonna
Well,
choose nothing.
Are you sure?
Unless you have an
Please.
enchantment.
No, I don't.
No, I'm not gonna choose nothing.
Yeah, get rid of the Lightning Greaves probably.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do that.
Lightning Greaves is gone.
All right, I'm gonna go to combat. I'm going
If you attack
to
with both your 2/4s.
swing the Stormfist Crusader at Sarkhan. He has Menace, and then I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
swing the Dryad of the Elysian Grove at your face.
I'm gonna just take 2.
All right,
Okay.
and I will pass the turn.
Nice job, guys.
Now what if I don't cast the board wipe?
If you don't cast the board wipe, if you don't cast the board wipe, I'll swing everything I have except for my Dragon Speaker, Shaman, and Steven. All of it.
I'm already at the lowest.
All of it.
I mean, that's funny, but white, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Was it Austere Command?
Fell the Mighty. Destroy all creatures with power greater than target creature's power. I will choose my 1/1 ally.
So everything that's bigger than a 1/1 gets blown up. All my stuff go bye-bye.
My land for turn will be this breedable pool. I will draw a card, and I will pass.
We'll play the Sulphur Falls. I have an island and a mountain, so it will enter untapped. I'll tap for 1. I'll play Esper Sentinel. So I'll tap the Spire Garden for red, tap the Caverns for 2 black, and then I will add 1 to the mountain, and I will play Dothing Embrace. I can pay 2 black, target creature gains shadow until end of turn.
Oh, nice.
I didn't draw a card off Horn of Greed when I played the Sulphur Falls. I'll tap for 3. I will play Darksteel Plate, and that is all that will do. Cool.
Steven, before your draw step,
Are you gonna help me draw cards?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go blue, take 1 damage off of the Mana Confluence. And 1, we're gonna flash in Dictate of Krufix. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card.
Nice. Thank
I
you.
didn't necessarily
Thanks,
need
champ.
it, but it would have been nice.
So I'll draw 2 cards.
Correct.
Cool. All right. So I will play Golgari Guildgate as my land for turn, which then I will draw another card. Pay 2 to play Lotus Cobra.
Nice.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recasting Jodah.
Darn.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw for turn. Draw an extra card. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Ketria Triome as my land for turn. I'll get to draw a card off of the Horn of Greed. So let's go ahead and for 2, we're gonna tap and sacrifice the Field of Ruin to blow up your Triome, and then
Each player finds a basic.
all players find a basic to put onto the battlefield. I'm gonna grab an island.
I'll grab a mountain.
I will also grab an island.
I'm just gonna grab a swamp.
Black, 1, 2, 3, white, and cast Shadrick's Silver Quill.
Oh,
2/5 with flying and double strike at the beginning of combat. On my turn, I may choose 2, each mode targeting a different player. Choosing between target player creates a 2/1 Inkling with flying. Target player draws a card and loses a life, or target player puts a 1/1 counter on each creature they
I
control.
love Shadrick so much.
In response,
In response.
I'm gonna tap 2 blue. I'm going to cast Counterspell.
Oh, that's
Dang.
rude.
Only I can have dragons!
1, 2, take 1 off the Mana Confluence. We're gonna cast Folio Fancies. It's an artifact that says players have no maximum hand size, and I can pay double X and tap it. Each player draws X cards.
I assume you're not paying for
I
Esper
cannot pay
Sentinel.
the 1 for Esper Sentinel. and I will pass the turn.
Alright, first things first. Mina and Den, Wildborn. They are 4/4 for 4. I can play an additional land on each of my turns, then I can pay red and a green, return a land I control to my hand to give a creature trample.
Did you draw the extra card on your draw step?
Oh, no. My first land will be a Vivid Crag, who will have 2 counters come in, and I will draw my card.
That crag, man, it's just so vivid.
It is a Vivid Crag.
My second land for turn will be Exotic Orchard. I'll draw another card, and then we'll pay 4 for a Panharmonicon.
I assume you're not paying for Ristic Study? Or Esper Sentinel, excuse me.
No. Then I'll swing 1 at Jason.
I'll take it. Oh,
Pass.
We will upkeep, and we will draw not 1,
But 2.
but 2.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I am going to play this Reliquary Tower as my land for turn, and I will draw a card off the Horn of Greed.
So playing the Folio Fancies didn't make any difference. You would have added no maximum hand size anyways.
Then I'm going to tap the Spire Garden for a red, to tap this for a red and a black, and then I will add a white, a blue, and a green to it. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I will cast the Dragon. 10/10 with haste because of anger in my graveyard. Preston, I'll swing the Dragon at you just to bring you all down to 23. And when he attacks, I will draw a card. And then I gotta put a permanent from my hand onto the battlefield. I will put Maze of Ith onto the battlefield. After damage before combat is over, I'm going to tap the Maze of Ith to remove the Dragon from combat. And then I will pass the turn.
Alright, Steven. Kill him.
He doesn't have any protection.
He has no protection right now.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and play Maze's End as my land for turn. Editor's tapped. When I play that, I draw a card.
How many gates do you have?
And you get to float 1 off of the Lotus
I
card.
Y'all
did
need
get
to
to
stop
float
playing
one.
these mazes.
I have all in the deck.
You're getting
I
lost
currently
in the
have 1,
sauce.
2. I only have 3 right now. First things first, I use the one floating from Lotus Cobra. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna play Tempt with Discovery, search a library for a land card and put it on the battlefield.
Are you gonna pay for Esper Sentinel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
drawing
going
so many.
Yeah, I'm going to. You've been node. Each opponent may search their library for a land card and put it on the battlefield. For each opponent who searches their library this way, search a library for a land card and put it on the battlefield.
Okay, so I will.
So I already get 1.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a land too.
I'm also gonna get a land.
So do I get
You get-
5 total?
So you get 4 total.
Right, because you get 1.
No, because it says I search for 1, and then it says for each opponent who does.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
so far, yeah.
1
you're
plus 3.
1 plus 3 equals 5.
right. Yes.
I'm going to grab a plane.
Steven's starting to sound like a commie.
Wait, a land card?
Yeah, any land.
Any land card.
Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna grab that.
I want to grab the World Tree.
I'm just gonna grab 4 gates.
Steven's gonna win. He's gonna get the gate win.
I'm gonna grab Command Tower.
I'm getting Path of Ancestry.
No.
Anything else, Estabe?
Yes.
Oh, well, I guess you get a ton of mana off of the Lotus Cobra. Because those all.
Because I get
4.
Yeah, so I get 4.
How many gates you at?
I have 7.
Okay.
So 3
Who's
more
gonna
and you win the
win?
game?
3, 1, I win the game. So 1 mana of each color. I'm gonna play Emrakul, the Promised End,
Oh my god.
taking control of Jason's next turn.
No!
Yes. Yes.
No!
Fear me.
I'm so afraid!
So then I'm gonna pay 1 mana of each color again. I'm gonna play Artisan of Kozilek.
Oh.
So it's a 9/10 with Annihilator 2. When you cast it, you may return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. I'm gonna get Desolation Twin. Sadly, I will not be creating another 10/10 because I don't cast it. I guess that's it.
Alright.
Pass.
For a green, I'm gonna cast Gromp, aka the Spore Frog.
Oh, hello.
1/1 that I can sack to prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. And then for 4, we're gonna cast Font of Mythos. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws 2 additional cards.
So we're drawing.
What? 4?
Four
Are you
cards
trying
on
to get
our
me to
turn?
draw a Swords to Plowshare? Let's go.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Okay. 1 white from Path of Ancestry. Hada Freeblade. Whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, I can put a +1/+1 counter on him that will trigger twice from Panharmonicon, and I get to scry from casting a creature that shares a commander that shares a creature type. I'll keep that on top. He will get 2 counters when he comes in. My first land for turn will be Ally Encampment. I can tap it for a colorless. I can tap it for a 1 mana of any color to spend an ally spell, and I can pay 1, tap it, sacrifice this, return an ally control to my owner's hand.
Cool.
Draw a card from Horn of Greed, playing a land. Black, 1/2. Agadim Occultist, it's a 0/2. I can tap it, put target creature from an opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under my control if its converted mana cost is less than or equal to the number of allies I control, which is currently 4. That will be 2 more counters on Had a Free Blade. Red, 1/2. Ondu Champion, whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, creatures I control gain trample till end of turn.
Oh yeah.
Cliff Top Retreat will be my second lane for the turn. I will draw another card. Pay 4 one more time. For Chasm Guide, it's a 3/2. Whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under my control, my creatures gain haste until end of turn.
He's going off.
Literally everyone's scary but Morgan.
Well, that's the point of this deck. This deck is I want second place.
I will tap Agadim Occultist. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures. So I will get the Hellkite Courser onto the battlefield. When it enters the battlefield, I can put my commander onto the battlefield. I will do that. That's 2 more counters on Hada. My commander will trigger Trice, so I get to go find 2 allies to put into my hand. I will for sure get onto Cleric as 1. I will get Munda and Bush Leader. Those are in my hand. Jason, I will be nice and I will swing my 10-11 at you.
In response,
Oh.
so for 4, I'm going to Baleful Mastery, exile target creature or planeswalker.
Alright, well, I will move him into the command zone. And then I'll block with the Esper Sentinel.
Alright, he does have trample.
That's 1 less damage I'll be taking. And I imagine that if I don't block with it, he's just going to attack with it.
Oh, that's true. So you lose 9. And then General Tazri will go back into my command zone at the end of turn. Pass.
Cool. So Jason's turn.
So Jason's
My
turn. I mean,
Jason's turn.
Steven's Jason's turn.
I'll untap for you. Untap.
Thinking I might just kill Preston this turn.
Oh.
Preston.
One eternity later.
We're finally doing something.
All right.
Nice. 2. I'm gonna Cyclonic Rift, Hellkite. What's it called?
Hellkite Courser.
Hellkite Courser.
Wasted Cyclonic Rift. Nice.
Alrighty, and then Hellkite Courser, which will bring the Dragon out.
They both have haste because I have anger in my graveyard and I control a mountain.
Alright, I'm attacking Preston with both.
On attacks,
You can't
you'll
spend at
draw
least some of it
2.
at Morgan?
I'll draw 2. Oh. Oh, wow.
I'm asking so nicely not to, but you know what? Do whatever you want, man.
Post combat, I'm gonna tap white. I'm gonna path to exile the Dragon, and I'm letting it go
To actual
exile.
Bye, Dragon.
But you can
All
search a library for basic land.
Is it a May ability?
Oh.
Just don't give him the land.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
May
Okay,
search.
yeah, cool. We just won't do that. You don't need that. You're okay.
We got there.
I actually feel a little bad for you now.
Oh man. Will you at least kill his 10-11, please?
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm going to terminate it.
Well, I will actually take a turn now.
Yay!
Hope you top deck
I'm
4 cards.
satisfied.
The World Tree
Johann.
as my land for the turn, and I will draw a card off of Horn of Greed. Cast Summer Bloom. I can play up to 3 additional lands this turn.
Oh my
So
god.
I will play this Rejuvenating Springs. I will draw a card off Horn of Greed. I will play the Sea of Clouds. I will draw a card
That'd
off
be
Horn
so
of
good
Greed.
if I had Lotus Cobra.
I will
and
play this
that.
Arid Mesa, and I will draw a card off of Horn of Greed. Tap the Rejuvenating Springs for green. Whoop, I'll cast Ignoble Hierarch. It has haste, so I can use it now. So for 2, I will equip the Darksteel Plate to the Hellkite Courser.
That gives it indestructible.
It is indestructible now. I'm gonna pay a life. I'm gonna crack the Arid Mesa and go find a mountain or a plains. It is a fairly cool mountain. Tap for 4. And I'm going to play Crucible of Fire.
Dragon creatures get +3/+3. See, I wanted to play that, and then you would have died.
I'm gonna tap for
But I didn't have that. I
3.
didn't have enough mana for it.
And I'm going to cast Sylvia Brightspear.
Are you going to go find a partner?
No, I don't have the partner in the deck. I'm going to tap for 2 black, and I'm going to give him Shadow until end of turn. And then, Steven, I'm going to swing at you.
I can't say that's not fair.
For 18.
Wait, well, hold up.
Because it's 6, that gets +3/+3, and it has double strike.
Actually, the Hellkite Courser should be hitting for 20 because the Ignoble Hierarch has Exalted. But that extra 2 damage won't actually have any major impact on the game. Just thought I should notice that that missed trigger. All right, back to the game.
Oh.
Yeah, you mother of...
You mother of
son of a biscuit.
So I'm at 5.
And then, after damage, before combat is over, I'm going to tap the Maze of Ith to untap the Hellkite Courser and remove it from combat. And then, I will pass the turn to you, Steven.
Okay, so for 2, I'm going to tap Folio of Fancies for each player to draw a card.
Yes. I'm gonna play a forest for my land for turn. I'll draw a card from that, right? Is that thing still a thing?
Yeah, it's still.
Okay.
You stole it from me all those many moons ago.
It technically doesn't matter who controls it, but it's about the principle.
Yes.
So then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Urabresk the Hidden. 4/4 creatures you control have haste. Creatures your opponent control enter the battlefield tapped.
Oh.
I'm gonna pay 3 to play Kodama's Reach. I'll search my library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal those cards, put 1 on the battlefield tapped and the other in your hand, then shuffle your library. I'll put the Swamp on the battlefield. Mountain will go in my hand, and then that will add 1 mana from Lotus Cobra. So 1, 2. I'm gonna play Blackblade Reforged. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land you control. 3 to equip Jodah with it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I will pay 3. I'm going to imprison the moon on your Hellkite counter. So it basically becomes a...
Yep, I'm just dead now.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'm attack Jason with Jodah. That's enough commander damage to kill you. And then I'm attacking you with Emrakul.
Alright, in response, I'm gonna tap my land for a white, and I'm gonna Swords to Plowshare Jodah.
Negate.
Wait, do I have... No! Damn it!
This is magic at its finest.
This is magic at its finest!
Alright, well, I die.
And you die too, G. Right?
Yeah, you don't have anything?
I don't have. I only
Wait, yes you do!
I'm not gonna do that.
He honestly got what he wanted. He's got
I got second place. That's what I came here to do.
But I could do something really funny if I survived on my turn.
Don't care.
Alright.
It's your turn.
I'm gonna remember you could have saved us, Morgan.
I came here. I came here for second place. That's what I got.
I'm gonna play a mountain, a Bob Ross mountain.
So let me ask you a question. Are you gonna like try to beat me this turn?
I'm gonna try to crawl towards a potential victory. I don't know how likely that is, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
So for 3, I'm gonna cast Rites of Flourishing at the beginning of each player's draw step. They draw an additional card, so now we're up to 5. And then each player may play an additional land on each of their turns.
It doesn't matter at this point, but okay.
No, it really doesn't. I'll go ahead and play a Bob Ross Forest as that additional land. Steven, for 3, I'm gonna Secret Rendezvous. You and I each draw 3 cards.
Okay, cool.
For 2, I'm gonna cast Nature's Lore to find a forest to put onto the battlefield. I think I have another basic forest, don't I? Let's grab that. Let's grab the basic forest. There it is. So, Steven. What are the odds that you just concede?
I would say they're fairly low. I want to get a win here on
But you're saying
on
there's
Upkeep.
a chance. 7, we're going to replay my commander.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Okay.
Don't forget, you get to draw 5 cards.
All right, I'll play Exotic
Orchard.
and I'll play a Forest, so that I'll add 2.
So you have 2 floating off of the Lotus Cobra, yeah.
And I'll go ahead, use that 2 to play Growth Spiral, so I'll draw a card and put a land from my hand onto the battlefield. Draw a card. I'll do a mountain, that will add another. So I'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna bring in It That Betrays, which is a 12/12 Eldrazi with Annihilator 2.
So with that on
Oh,
the
11/11. I'm sorry.
So with that on the stack, I'm going to sacrifice the Spore Frog. Because otherwise, wouldn't you get control of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can still technically attack though, right?
Yeah.
And
You can still technically attack.
And then you'd have to sacrifice stuff with Annihilator too. And then I'll just get that stuff back because of It That Betrays.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
just sacrifice the stuff that benefits both of you. Because then it doesn't matter if he has it.
Then I'll do 1, 2, 5. I'm gonna play Void Winnower. 11/9. Your opponents can't cast spells with even converted mana cost. Your opponents can't block with creatures with even converted mana cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna play Zatalpa, Primal Dawn. 4/8, Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible. So we'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna play Urban Evolution, so I'm gonna draw 3 cards, and I may play an additional land this turn. 1, 2, 3. So I'll go ahead and play an island, which will add a mana for Lotus Cobra. So then I'll island, Lotus Cobra, I'll play Explore, so I'll play an additional land this turn, and I draw a card.
Is this necessary?
For my additional land this turn, I'll play the Gruel Gate.
How many gates are you at? 9?
That's 8.
That's
Is
8.
that 8?
Just so you can go ahead and sack some things, I'm going to attack you with It That Betrays and Artisan of Godlike.
Oh, I forgot they have haste.
So yeah, they do have haste because Urabrask.
Yep.
And so they won't deal any combat damage, but because of Annihilator 2, for both of them, you will have to sacrifice 4 permanents. And because of It That Betrays, whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent, put that card onto the battlefield under your control.
Right now you have 4 things that affect both of you.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just give you the 4 things that doesn't matter who has them.
Okay, cool.
I mean, technically he gets to choose to use Folio, but still.
All right.
I go?
Yep.
Okay, so first of all, let's play a Plains. Steven,
Yeah.
for a black, I'm going to cast Scheming Symmetry. You and I each get to find a card to put on top of our library.
A card.
Any card.
One eternity later.
I guess just to try to stay in this, for 3, I'm going to cast Zerda, the Dawn.
Who enters the battlefield tapped.
Oh, right. 3/3, the main thing that matters is activate abilities cost 2 less. For 2, I will use Kenrith's last ability, 3, and I'll return the Gromp from my graveyard to the battlefield, tapped. For 3, I will cast Fertilid, enters with 2 1/1. Yes, okay, I'm sorry. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and for 4, just go ahead and remove these counters from the Fertilid to find my last 2 basics to put onto the battlefield tapped. Deck thinning at its finest, boys. So I'm gonna play the Hollowed Fountain, and I'm gonna let it enter untapped. And then for white, I'm gonna activate Kenrith's ability 3 times to gain 15 life.
Like that's gonna help you.
And then I will pass.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So I'll play Azorius Guildgate as my land for turn. So then I'm gonna go ahead and pay 1, 2, 3. Tap. Return mazes into its owner's hand. Search your library for a gate card. Put on the battlefield. Then shuffle. Here we go. Selesnya Guildgate. There's the battlefield tapped. And then I'll go ahead and play Maze's End as my second land for turn.
In response, I'm going to sacrifice the Spore Frog
And then
to
you get
prevent
control of
combat
it.
damage, and you will gain control of it. Good game.
Yay!
I mean,
I won!
Is that your first one?
yeah.
Thank you.
And you know what? I played Group Hug, and I got 2nd place, and that was my goal as well. So, thank you guys for watching. This was a really fun game. This is one of my favorite games we've filmed so far. If you are new, make sure you're subscribed. Check out some of the other episodes we have out. Tune in next week for the after show, where we talk a little bit about the game and a little bit more about our decks. And then we'll have a new episode the following week. See you later.